Hello everyone, my name is Donna and welcome to this channel. The name of this channel is Adonai's Heart. I am here to tell you my story. So, growing up, I was a very humble and loving and helpful child. I did what I was told by my elders, asked no questions. And my mother, she was a little rough around the edges. So, she used to call me stupid. She used to say things like that to me. Yes. She said, I'm the most stupid child she has. And it hurt me, you know. It really hurt me a lot. It made me had no confidence and just made me feel so small, you know. My siblings, they used to call me the black sheep of the family, and they treated me that way. All during high school, it was like that. I always felt like I never fit in anywhere. I always stood out, you know, like a sore thumb. Always stood out. So I would go to my granny and I would say to her, why they treat me this way? You know, why they don't include me in things and they just treat me different. So she would say to me, listen, God made everybody different and he made you special that way. Don't let their words hurt you. Keep on being kind, loving, and just the way you are. But you know, it didn't always work out like that. My siblings and my friends all had boyfriends. So I didn't have any at the time, so I wanted one. So I went and I got one. Then I got pregnant in school. Then another one followed. Then I migrated. After a little while, I migrated because my mother had already migrated and I wanted to be around my mother. So when I came to meet my mother, I thought things would have been changed, you know, like it would have gotten a little better since I've gotten older, and it was supposed to be a happy reunion, but it was not. Oh boy, we had a lot of disagreements. She would still say hurtful things. I tried to cope with it for a while, and then I just couldn't take it anymore. So I called my granny and I told her, listen, I want to come back home because my mother had not changed. Instead, in my opinion, I thought she would have been better, but she has gotten worse. So I moved out from my mother and I got some friends. And the friends that I got, man, they weren't supposed to be the friends I was supposed to choose. And things went wild. Partying here, partying there, because I'm trying now to fit in. But then, no matter how I tried, it just wasn't, the math wasn't mathing. I just felt, um, you know, like I don't belong there. And indeed, I did not belong there. So I decided I'm going to go back home. So I told one of my girlfriends, listen, I think I'm going to make a move. I'm going to go back home. She said, no, don't go. Don't go. You don't like it here? I said, it's not that I don't like it here. It's just that I just don't feel like I belong here. So then I apparently decided to stay a little while longer. But then I moved from my mother's house and I went to live on my own. So when I went to live on my own, I miss home. I missed home. I really, really missed home. And I missed my grandmother. I missed being around my grandmother and my children. And, it was painful. I alone living, just alone. No one around me that I really knew. And loneliness crept in. Then I started going out with my friends. And I started some unhealthy habits. Some really unhealthy habits. And things got spiraled out of control and really fast down the road of destruction. And then I would always call my granny. She would always give me a word of encouragement and tell me to go back to church and pray and, just don't forget God. Just always read my Bible and pray and, make God number one in my life and things will work out. And I started doing that. And then things would work out. When I felt better, I would go wild again. And then trouble down the road. One time on my way from work, everybody jumped in their vehicles and they're gone. Nobody asked me if I needed a ride or come and get a ride. And one day, that same night, I called my mother to come and give me a ride. And she told me that I just came from work and I'm tired. And she hung up the phone on me. And that phone, that the way she hung the phone up, it stayed ringing in my ears for days. And I alone on the road and God. So I decided nobody's coming to give me a ride. The road is closed. The airport is closed down. It's dark. And I alone and God on the street. So I looked up and I said, God, if you're real, like my grandmother said, send somebody to get me off of here tonight. And I heard this voice and it said, go underneath the street lights. And I went and stood underneath the street lights. And then I saw a vehicle coming and it passed me. And then it turned and it came back down and it passed me again. And the person reversed and person came back and they said, young lady, what you doing on the road this time of night? I said, I'm coming from work. The person said, where are your co-workers? I said, they left. So he said, no one gave you a ride? I said, no. They didn't ask me even if I needed a ride. Or nobody else didn't even say, come and get a ride. So he stood up. He said, come, let's go. So I went. But I know this gentleman, and he has a rap sheet from here to hell. Nothing good. And I am saying to the Lord, in my mind, I said, Lord, this man is not a nice man. You watch over me tonight. So I got in the vehicle and I sat down. And when I sat down, I went close to the door, very, very close to the door. So I said in my mind, if he tries anything, I will just open the door and jump out. So he didn't try anything. And he said to me, relax, relax. I'm going to take you home. Don't think nothing bad. Nothing bad is ever going to happen to you. I'm not going to hurt you. I eased up from the door a little bit and I sat down, but I'm still close to that door. So he said to me, I was sitting, before I could say anything to the gentleman, he said to me, what was so strange? He said, I was sitting with my friends and I heard this voice. It said to me, get up and go to that place. So he said he didn't move. He did not move. He ignored the voice. Then he said, he kept sitting. And he said, the voice came back stronger the second time. And it told him, get up and go. He said he didn't pay it no mind. So he said he kept sitting. He said the voice came back so forceful and powerful. And it said to him, get up and go to that place. And he said, the place. He said, I was in my vehicle and I did not even know when I got up and get in that vehicle because the voice scared him. So he said, I never know in my wildest dreams is somebody I come in to save. When he said that to me, I eased down in the vehicle, in the seat, made myself comfortable, and I whispered, thank you, God. And I said to him, I ask God to send somebody tonight, if he's real, send somebody tonight to take me off of that island here. And God answered me because he's real. Like my granny taught us, he's real. There's a lot of different incidents in my life where I've seen the hand of God move in my life. I'm not going to make this too long because people don't like listening to long videos. So I'll make this one short. This is just the part 1. I'll come back with part 2 shortly.